7 men believed to be illegal mining kingpins have today been arrested. The arrests were made during raids in Carletonville and Khutsong on Gauteng's West Rand. The men were taken into custody, 14 vehicles seized. An 8th suspect is actually on the run. Now, police have not ruled out the possibility of a link between those arrested and the increase in Zama activity in the area. The raids, part of efforts to maintain visibility in the area. Of course, you'll remember that horrific gang rape incident in Krugersdorp in July. Let's get the latest now from eNCA's Pule Letshwiti-Jones, who joins us in studio. So, Pule, this is a breakthrough and it's great news. What can you tell us about those arrested today?
Definitely, police officials in a joint operation called the Gillette Operation, which of course consists of members of Home Affairs, SAPS, and of course the Hawks, believe that they are pounding on a serious modus operandi that's been on the loose for quite some time. And you're right to say 7 suspects have been arrested. 1 of them is still on the run. 2 others have been brought in for questioning. These are level 3 suspects. So what they do is that they purchase these precious metals and gold from the Zamazamas, then take them or rather sell them outside of the country to level 4 and level 5 suspects. These are those then who then purchase these minerals to sell them, to operate them within the black market or wherever they will be taking them to. But police officials say they've been working on this investigation for quite some time, and it has finally led them to this operation bust. Perhaps we can just take a listen to what the Hawk spokesperson had to say. Are you trying to link this in connection to the Krugersdorp mining Zamazama activities that happened? That was big, where, you know, these operations are believed to be happening there. But we've also seen previously girls being raped by these notorious Zamazamas as well. Is this part of the investigations that you may be trying to link to these kingpins as well?
The links are conducted according to investigation, and as we've previously indicated, these are the people who are buying the gold-bearing material from the Zamazamas, and they process it for further distribution to the level 4s and 5s.
So you cannot rule out the possibilities of there being a link with this operation in Krugersdorp?
No, we cannot do that at this stage. Some of the investigations in Krugersdorp are being investigated by the Hawk Serious Organized Crime.
Yeah, and you speak about levels as well. Does this mean you're close to actually finding out as to whether these processed minerals are also being transported to other neighboring countries as well?
Yes, as the Hawks, we also do have an investigation team that does transnational investigations, whereby we ascertain whether the gold, whether it was brought in the country or was taken out of the country, where does it go? And we are also looking at linking the suspects within the country to suspects outside the country.
All right, so that's to do with today's arrest. Tell me more about these suspects. When are they appearing in court? Do we know anything about their nationality? Because this has been a big talking point. How much foreign involvement is there in illegal mining, etc., etc.?
So this operation started at about 4 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning. We managed to get there just after 8, where we actually saw some of them being apprehended by a law enforcement agency. I can confirm that some of these suspects are from Zimbabwe and one of them is from Mozambique. I'm just not sure where the other one, who's currently on the run, what nationality they're from. We understand that they will be appearing before the Carletonville Magistrate Court tomorrow at 9 a.m. Police believe that they've got a watertight case against them, and hopefully we will see whether they will be applying for bail or not.
Yeah, judging by the quality of the cars, they clearly are in a fairly lucrative business. Whether it's illegal or not, of course, still has to be proven. But I know that you are heading off in the next few minutes to another breaking story. And so, Pule, this is to do, of course, with the fact that the Gauteng Premier, David Makhura, who's been our Premier here in Gauteng for over 8 years, has today offered his resignation. And we knew it was only a matter of time because, of course, he wasn't voted in as ANC chairperson in the province. But you're heading off to an ANC meeting that's been fairly hastily convened. What can you tell us about what's likely to happen there?
Definitely. This comes just after the Premier who's actually resigned, David Makhura, we should say now former Premier, resigned this afternoon. We then saw a note from the ANC in Gauteng saying that there is a special provincial executive committee that's currently sitting. One would understand that you're probably going to discuss about the provincial cabinet reconfiguration, amongst other issues. How do they turn around their plans in the province? We've also seen how busy busy the city of Joburg has been. On the cards could also be possibly the talks in Ekurhuleni as to will they be working with the EFF to field in mayoral candidates for that position. But we also do understand that on Thursday is, from the notes of special sitting, the sitting is scheduled to elect the premier of the Gauteng province. Essentially what this means is that the, of course, now chairperson of the ANC, Panyaza Lesufi, now takes over the reign of being the premier in the province. This has also been one favourable candidate who's been positioned to take over the premiership position once David Makhura had, of course, resigned, which was today. It will be interesting to see how actually that unfolds there. We're trying to track the location, but we were told that this PEC meeting may be concluded by 6 p.m., depending on how lengthy the talks may be, and hopefully we can speak to them to find out what is the way forward. But of course, the premier of David Makhura's position and of course future as well is still quite questionable. There's always been a talk around cabinet reshuffle being on the cards, and perhaps maybe he may just be ascending into one of the ministerial positions that we don't know yet about.
All right, so we'll let you get to that story, and thank you very much for coverage of the earlier story about the suspected illegal mining kingpins being arrested. That, of course, is our reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Now, still to come on SA Tonight, lower your electricity usage and get a reward.